I am D.N. Srivastav, a retired mechanical engineer from IIT. I have got good experience over the English language, and this my podcast, which is related to English, fluent English speaking with good expression power. Because in English, your fluency is very important, no doubt, but your expression is also very important. How you express your words. It is not enough to be good with yourself only, but let the whole world know about your good English control, English knowledge. Get the habit of expressing, having attitude of expressing. Never miss the opportunity to express yourself. Whenever you get an opportunity, then try to always express yourself. Then you see the importance of English has enhanced like anything. Even you go for the admission in a good school, there is always a test in English, or in a company, they always prefer the interview in English only. So the importance of English has been lot in our country. Though it is a foreign language, but that is now dominating in our country also, because if you want to go outside the country, then English is the window through which you can interact with the other countries, or wherever you go you can speak out, and people will understand your language only when you are speaking English. Then the most important part to enhance your English expression and language, that is, you must have the following habits: having attitude, knowledge, and skill. Well, linguistic intelligence is with every human being. Every human being is having the intelligence to understand the things. So, in our country, the English has been dominating too much now. National language, it is not our national language, but its importance are growing like anything in our country by leaps and bounds. Then how you can learn it? First, you see, you have learned your mother tongue when one is child only. One is in the age of 4 to 5 years. Then he listen his mother tongue language, his mother tongue, from his siblings or his parents, and he try to grasp it. So he becomes very competent in his own mother tongue. Of course, mistakes are there. He commits the mistake, no doubt. But that time he is not having ego, so he never get frustrated that his language is not good or bad or whatsoever. So suppose when you were a child and you started learning, of course not exactly child, a little grown up, adolescence, you started learning cycling, how to drive the cycle. You must have fallen 2 3 times, you must have fallen, then you got up, and again you must have tried, and finally you have learned how to drive the cycle. Similarly, it comes with the language also. English language, of course, it is foreign language, but learning of the English can be had by regular practice, committing so many mistakes also, no doubt. When you speak out, then mistakes are bound to come, and the people who want to speak out must be encouraged and see must be encouraged by the other people, no doubt. Other people also encourage them. If they and the person who is speaking in English, he must hear the speeches of the other people who are expert in English, try to grasp it as much as he can. Then the thing is that grammar is very important. No doubt grammar is very important. But it is very difficult to learn grammar at the later stage. Well, you see, a mechanic of a car can very easily dismantle the car and then he can assemble it. So he knows everything about that. But the driver who is driving the car, he knows how to drive the car. He may not be aware about the each and every part of the car engine, which mechanic knows very well. So try to be the driver of the car. Try to learn the English as a driver of the car. Means you are try to speak the English. Do not bother about the grammar. Do not bother about the nut and bolts, I should say. Nut and bolts of the grammar. Means detail of the grammar are not necessary to be known. So think that you are a good driver of the English language. You can very easily speak out. Of course, grammar is important part, no doubt. But it should not be grammar eccentric. You should not think as a grammar eccentric, but you should speak out the situation eccentric. You see, wherever you see any situation arises where you can get the chance to speak out or to listen from the people, then try to listen it. Try to listen it first. When you will listen, then try to recollect it. There are so many situations in the life, daily situations are coming up in which you can learn. Suppose you get in the morning, go for the morning routine, brushing your teeth or all that, then you can, that time also you can speak yourself in English. Yes, I am going to brush my teeth or like that. Then you come for the breakfast on the dining table. So many items are there, and maybe your siblings also sitting over there. Your parents may be sitting over there. So you can talk to them in English also. Maybe it's wrong, no doubt. In the presence of your siblings and parents, you can speak out the sentences. You can speak out about the breakfast to them. Then comes, suppose if you have to go out to your office, you are going to your office, then you have to catch the bus. You come out of your house, standing at the bus stand, there the peoples are also there. You can have the picture, you can have the picture where you are standing and waiting for the bus. You talk to your own mind, in your mind, what is happening over there, waiting for the bus. People are standing in the queue or whatsoever. So in that way, that situation also you can mention in your mind. What is the situation over there? Then next comes, you reach to your office and your boss has already, by the way, has come. Then reaching to your office after deboarding the bus, that situation also you can talk to yourself in your mind. So these situations are very important. So many situation comes daily in the life. You can learn from that. You can teach yourself from that situation and translate it in your English language. Of course, you are expert in your mother tongue, but you try to translate that situation in English language. Suppose if you have gone for the movie, you have come out after seeing the movie, one of your friends or anybody, your family, ask how was the movie? Can you please give the brief description? Then you can try to tell them in English who was the hero, who was the heroine, who was the villain, what was the scenic beauty. You can explain the scenic beauty, what was the theme. Like that you can improve. So situational learning is also very important. Try to learn the things from the situation. What situation is there? Try to understand the situation and try to pick up the sentences, and translate it into English. If you feel somewhat fear, having some fear, or you feel ashamed to talk to before the public or before anybody, then other ways also there. You can just talk to yourself before the mirror. You just whatsoever you have picked up in the day or in the situation, you can talk to yourself before the mirror. Maybe some mistake may be there, you can just rectify it over there. So in that way you can talk to yourself before the mirror, because you are feeling inferiority complex and fear before the public. Of course, fear is an artificial evidence which is not real. So to overcome your fear and inferiority complex, you can talk yourself before the mirror in your house. Then sentences should be spoken out and to be corrected. If your friend is there and any person who is well known to English, so he may laugh at you listening your language, but if he can correct it, then it is well and good. Ask him to correct the mistake which you are committing, then it will be well and good for you. Then there is a very important thing in English that is called LSWR. Listening, then speaking, then reading and writing. Listening, speaking, writing and reading. These are the 4 components of the English language. So listening is very important. If you listen to the people whom you think are better in English, then try to grasp it, what they are speaking out. Listening will improve your knowledge also. Now the other thing, regarding listening, you try to listen the news. Hindi news is there, English news is there. Then Try to listen the news, especially in the English. Try to understand it, what they are telling. News reader, they are very expert in English language, and they understand how to give the broadcast on the English in the on the TV or in the radio or whatsoever it is. To try to listen them very carefully. How is he speaking? What words he is using? This will be very important. This will also improve your English, and then you have learned the English from the people from the TV news or like that, and your general knowledge is also expanding, because the channel which you are seeing, they are talking in English, but it is also giving you some general knowledge also. So it is good thing. Two things are happening at a time. You are learning the English language also, and your general knowledge is also increased. So the benefit of that will be, wherever you will get the chance, where the people are discussing something, then you can also take part in that, because you have learned the speaking also, you have tried to learn the speaking. That will also enhance your English power also. So you will learn the English, and you will enhance you will participate in the discussion if you are having the English listening power of the news and all that. So you see, if you are a good student, no doubt, if you are a good student and having the good subject knowledge, but you are not able to speak out, so what will be there? You will be failing. You see, all the corporates, all the big companies, they take the interview in English. So you are expressing how to express your subject knowledge. You are not able to speak out before them or before the people. So you will be not selected. But a person who is having less knowledge of the subject than you, but he is able to express it properly in English, the company will prefer them. So this is the power of speaking in English in the present scenario of the country. Do not try to shy away from speaking, whatsoever it is. May be wrong. Your English may be wrong, but it will give you an experience. And repeatedly speaking the English language, repeatedly speaking the English, it will enhance it will correct it will give you a chance to correction or to your English language, and it will remove also the inferiority complex and the fear which you are having. So try to change yourself. Try to start your journey as a employer, not as an employee. Have the mindset of the employer, not the mindset of the employee. Your and whatsoever you listen or you see, try to have the concentration on that, because your eyes are like a camera and your brain is like a computer. Your eyes and brain immediately take up the things which you are trying to speak out or you are trying to listen. Now, the best way, one of the best ways also to to learn from the stories. So many stories are there. Try to learn from the stories also. If you have got the storybook, try to read it. May not be able to read it completely, but whatsoever you can do, you can read it. This is also one of the way. Then you see, whenever you start writing something, then you say that once upon a time. You write once upon a time. From where it has come to you, because you know that in the story you have read or you have listened to so many people once upon a time. So you use it once upon a time. Even writing an application to your boss or your principal, in the end you write your faithfully or like that. So you have learned it from seeing it, listening from the other people, reading somewhere else from the other resources. So in that way, the English learning is not very tough. It is very easy, provided your attitude is in the line of learning the things, knowledge of the language you must pick up. That can be changed into the skill. Of course, grammar is also a very important part, but try to try to grasp the sentences, try to speak the sentences. Using of the grammar will come automatically in that. Then one self-motivational story I would like to tell you in short regarding the self-confidence. There were three friends. They were walking through the jungle, in a jungle. Suddenly, a tiger comes before them. So, friend, one of the friend is scared from that, and he was not able to understand what to do. The second friend told that let us lie down on the ground. Let us lie down on the ground, stopping our breath. Then tiger will come, he will smell and he will go away. Third friend told, no, let us climb on the tree. In that way we will be safe. So these are the various ways, various thinking of the three friends to escape themselves from the tiger. So in nutshell, what I have to say is that try to situational try to grasp the try to grasp the situation and try to tell yourself in English what is the situation, what is going on in the whatsoever you are seeing whatsoever you want to know, you should tell yourself. So only practice will enhance your English speaking power. Practicing before the people, your friend, your sibling, your parents, or if you are feeling inferiority, you are feeling fear, you are fearful, then you can go before the mirror in your house and speak out before that and see your performance over there. You can judge your own performance over there, how you are speaking, what are the shortcomings you are feeling. So, in that way, you can judge your performance. So, 3 4 points I would like to summarize. The firstly is your expressing power, properly express the things, your attitude, your knowledge, your skill. These are the 3 things very important. And don't be ashamed of speaking before anybody. People may laugh, no doubt, but it will give you the power. It will just, don't get ashamed from that. Try to learn from that. In that way, you can enhance your English. So, try to listen the news, and most important part, try to read the newspaper. Newspaper is the best source of, one of the best source to enhance your English. So with that, I come to the conclusion of my lecture, and I thank all of you for listening to me. Thank you.